So now today we're going to talk about Kang's Dynasty. And I know it's not Doomsday, it's not Secret Wars. But my thing is, I've seen this graphic and I started to think, what happened? Like, what happened? Like, we got to look at it. So Shang-Chi's director was going to be directing it. Ant-Man's Quantum Universe, is that what it was called? Quantumania. Brother. Jeff Loveness was writing it. And yeah, we all know the rest. Who's creative behind it. We had a lot set up for this. Then John Majors got into some trouble, and they decided to back out. I don't know if that was the move. I don't know. I'm worried. I mentioned this in other videos. I'm pretty worried about where this is going. It's odd because a lot of things I'm pretty optimistic about. And I'm still, again, I guess I'm a little optimistic. I'm still hoping it's good. You know, I don't wish it to do bad. I just don't know how we're going to do this. Like, Kang Dynasty felt like an Avengers movie, right? It felt like what we're going to get from the first Avengers. They were just saving the world in the first Avengers. From Loki bringing the Chitauri and all that stuff. And Endgame was huge. We're talking universes, worlds. And we saw the aftermath of that. It was nuts. But Kang's Dynasty was like the Avengers coming together, and what was cool, it was gonna be like the new Avengers. We're gonna finally see them together and working together. And the writer did make notes that the young Avengers were gonna play a big part. We've been setting that up for years and years. We've been setting it up. And there was rumors of Moon Knight, Daredevil, and again, probably someone's gonna disagree. They don't like Moon Knight. I love Moon Knight. I have a video coming out that I explain why I think people missed the point of Moon Knight. But I love Moon Knight, love the character, I love how they did him. But they were going to bring him in, was a rumor. Daredevil as a rumor, and Daredevil doesn't need explanation. Everybody loves Daredevil. Hulk was going to be a big part of it, they said. She-Hulk, again, people are going to hate that, but I think she's fine. I didn't think it was a horrible TV show. I like to see her more in this kind of vibe, like with the team, action, things going on with that. It was going to be a totally different lineup. We are going to get a whole new Avenger team. It was going to be an Avenger movie, whole new Avenger team. But it's just different now. Spider-Man was going to be the anchor for the MCU universe, I guess you would call it. And we learned Wolverine was the anchor, I believe, for the Fox one. And I forgot who else were anchors. But it was a big thing about who kept the flow of the timelines. And everything set this up. Loki set it up. Multiverse of Madness set it up. Quantumania set it up. Even Wolverine and Deadpool kind of set it up. And we got to see teasers with Kang. Far as I know, the story was going to be Kang's all coming together, and then one Kang, I think, beating them all, and he'd been coming the Beyonder Kang, and then taking them all down and doing Secret Wars, like the comic that they're doing now in Doomsday, coming after Doomsday. Except for Kang would have been the Beyonder, and while he was the Beyonder, he was going to get rid of everybody, destroy everybody, and they're going to do the whole arc thing where they had a ship with the surviving people. I don't know how they're going to do it. There are different script leaks, but I don't think any of them are real. But they were going to do something like that where, just like this one, they're probably going to have some people saved somewhere when everything blinks out of existence. And from what I remember, like, I think people thought Spider-Man would be leading them, so other people would be with him, maybe the kids. And he even joked, the writer, that the new Avengers, or whatever he's going to call them, kill a Kang and they think like they won, and it's supposed to be like this huge cop-out joke that they didn't. And I don't know if they liked the line or liked the part of that, but supposedly he pitched that and that didn't happen. But he definitely was using that. And with Moon Knight and Daredevil, there was hints that maybe the Defenders would be showing up, so it was gonna be a lot more grounded, not epic proportion. And like we don't need like another big giant celebration, for Marvel history. Like, I think it was time for us to meet what was next, the new teams and stuff like that. But I think they went into panic mode and just freaked out and didn't know what to do. I think Spider-Man being the lead was great. He lost everything. The multiverse screwed everything up with him. He gets it. Maybe, like they said, the other Spider-Man were coming back. That'd be a little bit of relief for him. Then we would have had, he lost MJ, he lost Aunt May. It's perfect for him to set up where he basically has nothing to lose, and he's gonna, take the reins. And then with, Doomsday, we have Steve Rogers returning, which his chapter was done. It was over. I didn't like he stayed back. I did think it would mess up timelines, and that's where they went to with. So I do kind of like that payoff. But, everyone kind of got their sendaways. Iron Man got his sendaway, but now Iron Man, Tony Stark, whatever, Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom. I've said this before, I don't know how they're going to explain it, and I hope it's logical. I just don't know how. I really hope that it's not as silly as I'm thinking it's going to be. I'm tired of variants. I'm tired of multiverses. It's too much to fix loopholes. Too much. Loki giving him a card, or supposedly on the leak they said to make him go to the Fantastic World, and if he needs help, go to it. And supposedly he uses it like at the end of Secret Wars, and that's how he fixes things to go meet Falcon at that timeline to give him the shield. It just seems all gross and nasty, and I hope all that's not accurate, because everything's slipping about Doomsday and Secret Wars, and everyone's like, why is Secret Wars already? It's already been done and written. The movie's being filmed as we speak, probably. This whole thing was like a big cool Spider-Man leading New Avengers kind of event, and swallowed all up now to getting basically Infinity War and Endgame, like part 2, mirror, double. We're getting it when I don't think we really needed it, and we were going to get such a payoff with all these characters that they mentioned. Again, people probably hate to see She-Hulk or Moon Knight get their payoff, but I'm fine with it. I would love to see it. And I think, Marvel panicked because the movies weren't all doing so great after Endgame, because they said superhero fatigue was going on. But I think what it was is we got hit with so much, so hard, that nothing could take place of that Endgame. And I'm saying Endgame and Infinity War, both of them. But Endgame was what last. It was huge. We built up like 15 years of that. And we finally got it, and then afterwards people were like, oh, my favorite guys are done, I'm not really interested anymore, especially the casual watcher. Comic people might have waited around to see, like, I wanted to see what was next, but in comics what happens is everyone dies, then we get a new one, and eventually they reboot it to number 1 again, and it's stupid. But that's what was going to happen in this as well. But let's get some characters going. They're building the Young Avengers. There's a lot of hints. Cassie was finally using her powers in Ant-Man 3, which tied to Kang. We had Miss Marvel after Marvel's 3, recruiting Kate Bishop. We were going to get this team that was getting built up, and now I hear they're going to be in Doomsday. We've had some slip-ups. Again, another video I'm going to do. Some leaks of pictures of them concept art. And people don't know if it's real or not, but it seems pretty real because the artist does work for Marvel. But again, they could change. That doesn't mean that they're going to be in that scene or all together with Star-Lord or whatever it is. It's just Kang Dynasty spent years introducing these people, and it could have been where the movie we finally understood why we're getting these people and what they meant for everything. And especially with the Defenders, if they did the Defenders, man, oh my god, it's just huge. And I'm already making a video too about the Champions, the Young Avengers. I don't think they're gonna be young anymore, and I think they may try to save them in Doomsday, but I know that probably was on their plate. But this seemed a lot easier with Tony being away. Thor would have probably been not in the storyline. It would have been a lot more grounded, but it would have been an event. This was supposed to be the multiverse event, and this was going to end it because Kang was supposed to grab all the timelines and screw it up and make it crumble. And it sounds like a big deal because, of course, it's the whole universe, but it was kind of grounded that we're not going to see too much of going to different planets and things like that. It was going to be Kang doing this, and then boom, movie ends like, sadly, like Infinity War, and it's them now stuck in Secret Wars and Battle World. And they essentially were doing the Doomsday story, Doctor Doom story, but Kang was the Beyonder. And I think they even referred to him as Beyonder Kang through the storytelling. And to me, that would have worked. I'm not the biggest Kang fan, I'll tell you that much. And I'm already saying that I would be down for it. I'm not the biggest Kang fan. But to do it just to lead up, to tell a story, to lead up with these other characters, to break them in, that'd be great. Bring the Fantastic Four, but I don't know, they're in the other pocket right now. They don't come in this storyline. Maybe at the end they come to help, but you don't need them. Let's focus on the new people. I mean, they're new technically, but they're in a different universe this whole time. X-Men, Wolverine, and Deadpool, shut it down. The ending of it, roll the credits. They played all the bloopers of all the X-Men movies. Like, I think they played Time of Your Life too by Green Day. Or it's called Good Riddance, I think. But you know the song. I can't play it or I'll get copyrighted. I don't make money. I should be able to play it. But yeah, it's just one of those things that it's like we were going somewhere. And again, like I said, I don't like King. I don't like King at all. And people are like, but you like Moon Knight, you like She-Hulk, you think those are good shows? Yeah, they were fine with me. Moon Knight I actually liked a lot. She-Hulk was fine. It wasn't like horrible. It wasn't like greatest thing ever, but it was fine. I would like to see her in a superhero event, working with Captain America, Falcon Cap, and working with the Young Avengers, and working with Shang-Chi. Like, all this would have been great. I would have loved to see all that. A new lineup. This is what happens in comics. We get new lineups, and it would have been awesome. I would have loved it, but then everything crumbled down, and let's go do Doomsday. Oh no, all these movies fell flat. They're not doing well. We need to bring everybody back and get our money back. It's like, that's what I feel like Marvel's doing. Let's get everybody back. Screw it. We're gonna get Robert Downey Jr., that guy that everyone loves, charismatic as Iron Man. Yeah. Let's make him Dr. Doom. Please explain to me why. I hope they have a good explanation. I really do. Why he is Dr. Doom, or has his face. I'm tired of variants. I'm tired of multiverses. Too easy to fix plot holes. Too easy to fix writing. I'm not feeling it. Like I said, their stories were over, but for him to come back as the face of Doom, there has to be some logical reason. And now it's just, I don't know. Kang Dynasty just seemed a lot smaller and not so big as they're making Doomsday to be. And we got nothing to build up Doom to be that big. Thanos was built big because we did it for years. Avengers 1 ended with Thanos' smirk, right? And that took a few years to get to. And then slowly we got pieces of it, of the story, and added here, added there, and it all kind of worked. And then we are doing that with Kang. And again, I don't like Quantumania at all, but they put Kang in it. I just don't like Kang getting bodied by Ant-Man. They should have just made him, another Kang show up and body him and be like, yeah, that's a weak one or something, because that's not good look for Kangs, to be honest with you. But now we got a huge cast got announced. It's like, guys, don't leave Marvel, guys. We still got it. And again, I'm a mark, dude. I'm such a mark for MCU. I love it. I have videos on here where I talk about things I love to death, but I'm not going to call out or not call out when they're doing things wrong. I feel that's my problem. Is I think they're doing this to get people to come to make money. You know how much money they're probably putting in this for all these actors? We saw that video of all the chairs, you know, it was just crazy. And bringing back Downey for what? I don't know. It just has me worried. I'm going to see this no matter what, but I'm not gonna pretend I'm not excited. You know, it's worrisome. It'd be cool. The trailer's coming soon. I'll be excited to see that. I love all these guys. I love Chris Evans as Steve Rogers. I wish they never got rid of him. I wish Iron Man could stay around, but they did the right thing. They told their stories, and you're supposed to make room for the next people. And unfortunately, that's not going to happen because they're going to do a reset. We're going to focus on the X-Men, and they're going to recast Steve Rogers and Iron Man. I don't know how they're going to do it. Variants, whatever. Screws up. That's their loopholes. It's dumb. They can't just recast people and let their story keep going and have a new actor take it over, but I get it, because people are going to be upset and they're going to be like, he doesn't remind me of Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. is my Iron Man. It's gonna suck. I get it. It's hard. And it's hard to deal with fans and criticism and all that, but it's just, Marvel spent a lot of time telling the story of moving Kang up, and I think Loki did a great job of just what's it called? The one who remains, or the who remains? I forgot how they worded it. His delivery in that was so good. I could not wait to see him as Kang. Then he came out as Kang in Ant-Man, and I was like, man, I don't know how much I like this. And then, you know, everything happened, and I'm like, what are they going to do? It was a big thing for everybody. Everybody's like, what's going to happen? Are they going to recast? Are they going to do this? But Marvel doesn't do that. Marvel just panics, and what we're gonna do? Bring the Russos back. We're gonna bring back the writers that wrote Infinity War. You know, we're gonna bring back all the main people that you love. Guess what? We're gonna bring back the old X-Men. We're gonna bring back them, and we're gonna bring the Fast Forward that just got introduced. They're gonna be connected to it somehow, because Doctor Doom's in it, and let alone Doctor Doom is not gonna be Reed's arch nemesis. Supposedly they're supposed to have a history, but you're rushing it. He should have been built up in a Fantastic Four movie, then built up even bigger in an Avengers movie. We're getting him off the bat, man, and he's going to be Emperor Doom by the second movie. You're taking so much character development away. It sucks. I know people were requesting that Doom got a solo movie for a while. They really wanted the solo movie. And people were like, it's not going to happen, not going to happen. And I think it would be great, but it's not going to happen. But I think Doom has so much to offer. His backstory, Mephisto and his mom and all that stuff, it just is good stuff. We could have played with this, we could have worked with this instead of, you know, things. And even all these things we got, even at the end of Shang-Chi, I always say it wrong, the beacon, everyone doesn't know where it's coming from. It's with the bangles, it's with the 10 rings. Again, I made a video trying to see if there's a mystery way of they're going to smooth that into Doomsday, but yeah, that's another discussion. But we had all this that pointed to Kang, multiverses, and Captain Marvel checking areas, and, you know, all these different things. So I don't get where we're going. I mean, I see where we're going. The writing's on the wall. We're going to Infinity War. We're going to Infinity War and Endgame. We're bringing everybody back. And it's like, after this happens, are you guys going to be okay making the next movies? I think they're feeling okay because X-Men's going to launch. And is it going to be hard for people to let go of Hugh Jackman? Yeah, I think that's going to be an issue too. They have to get the casting right or people are going to lose their mind. But I think no matter what, you can't win. No matter what, you can't win. I just think it would have been the Avengers movie that the MCU needed. A nice fresh take. Again, people are going to really think you're crazy. You're getting Doom. You should be excited. Dude, I love Dr. Doom. I love Robert Downey Jr. But I just don't think this is the right way to do it. That's all. I'm not a writer. I'm not a director. I'm not Kevin Feige. They might know way better than me. Just sitting here as a fan looking at these things, it just doesn't feel right. Who's texting me? It just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. And we were getting ready for a whole new chapter of the Avengers. And I was hoping that we would get to see it in Dynasty, and then maybe after that they could hang out a little bit and then we remove them. But with Kang Dynasty, I think a lot of the movies weren't doing great. Not the numbers they wanted. The Marvels tied in with Kang, I believe. Was that the end credit scene? No, that was Shang-Chi. But they all were getting ties in, you know. And I don't know what they're going to do with Spectrum, with her going through the other portal or whatever it was, the space hole going into the X-Men world. If that was planned with Doomsday in mind, I don't think it was, but it would at least spark the interest that Kang's gonna pull all these apart. But yeah, I don't know. I hope that we didn't miss out on something. And again, I don't like Kang. I don't care for Kang as a character. But I do care about growing characters, and I do care about making these kind of characters in MCU keep evolving and developing. And the fact that Spider-Man was going to be kind of carrying the load on this, and a new Avenger team and the Young Avengers, getting the Netflix people involved, like, they're all getting built up for the right reason. Instead, we're bringing back everything that sold before. And now it's just, I don't know, I feel like we're getting an Endgame again. Infinity War and Endgame again. And I'm not too sure how I feel about it. Like, I really I love Dr. Doom. I just don't want him to be thrown in so fast. Like, him not even connecting with Reed right now. Him gonna have a beef with Steve Rogers is his beef. That's what the rumors are saying, and it makes sense because he messed up the timelines. And I heard in the trailer that already was coming out, they had a leak on it, and it said, like, you know, certain things come up, and a lot of it is Steve screwed up. And I totally believe he screwed up. I don't think he ever should have went back. I thought that was a bad way of writing him out. But they wanted to end his story. Fine, end the story, we move on. But no, we gotta bring him back. They need to make money. We're panicking. We're freaking out. We need to bring back Steve. We need to bring back Robert Downey Jr. We need to do this. And let's bring the X-Men in. Let's bring Hugh Jackman in. Let's bring Tobey Maguire in. You know, all these kind of got their happy endings already. And No Way Home, the Spider-Man's got their happy ending. It was over. Tony got the sacrifice, got the ending. Cap went back in time, got his ending. Everybody was kind of getting closure, and we're moving to the next chapter. Now that chapter got ripped out, and now we're bringing everything back. We're bringing back those pages before, and we're just scribbling over it and putting Dr. Doom. And it has me worried. Like, am I excited for all these people? Yeah, it's cool. I'm a superhero fan. These are all fun. These are all fun people. Dr. Doom's great, but I do care about continuity and storytelling and a build-up and being climactic. And this doesn't feel it. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be a huge movie, money-wise, big-wise, making-wise, but it's gonna be a huge movie far as like on a grand scale, like Endgame was, Infinity War was. It was, the stakes are so high, but we literally got the stakes just handed to us. The stakes just got handed to us, unless they try to bounce off more of Quantum Mania and stuff like that. But it won't work. It won't work. Like I said, I did a video where I'm trying to see if you could get old relics and stuff like that to tie to Doom somehow, but there's a lot of mysteries open that they didn't close. And I think a new Avengers team would have helped. Hercules coming out would have helped. You know, maybe not Thor yet, but Hercules and, you know, other people showing up would have mattered. Instead of us just leading these hints and drops of stuff we never touch again. And they don't care that we're not touching them. All they care about is we're going to get Doomsday. We're finally going to get Doom, and it's going to happen. I'm just worried, is that enough? For real comic fans out there, is that enough? You know, is it worth seeing straight back-to-back huge movies within this limited time? I don't think it is. I don't think we should worry. If there's superhero fatigue, let it be. I know they want their money. I get it. But they're making money. They're going to make money anyways. Just keep making your movies, keep making your TV shows, and they're fine. But everyone's going to want the next big thing, and that's going to happen again. And luckily, X-Men will be the next thing after this, so it might work. And hopefully people will like it, and they're going to do another X-Men. Who knows? Avengers might be out of the picture for a while. Maybe a long time. I don't know. But sadly, I think everything was set up for Kang Dynasty, and now we're ripping it apart just to do, oh my god, we're in trouble. And sadly, oh my god, we're in trouble is we're getting Dr. Doom, which is awesome, but we're getting him, I feel like, the wrong way. And then, oh my god, we're losing everything, it's going to hell, we're bringing back Steve Rogers. And it's like, we can't bring back Iron Man because he died, and they technically could, but we're going to bring him back as Doomsday, or as Doomsday, as Dr. Doom. It's like the panic button was pushed, and it turned into, let's make money, let's make something a grand scale. We're losing everybody. They're having their doubts already about Kang. They were worried because those movies weren't the greatest. You know, they weren't like huge blockbusters. Let's make it all work. And now we might be rushing into something, because this didn't take long to get made or get set up. We didn't have years and years of seeds being planted. They literally just started doing this with, I think, Fantastic Four. It was the only thing they really could use. So who knows? But again, Image came up, and I just started thinking, oh yeah, Kang Dynasty. Then I started thinking about all the rumors and all what happened, and then how it all affected everything, and how we closed so many stories and opened up so many doors to Kang Dynasty. And again, not a Kang fan. I did like how he was with the Remains guy. I did like that a lot, and Loki would have been involved and all that. But it was gonna be an Avengers movie. Cool, low-key Avengers movie fighting a big baddie. Cool. Protecting the Earth, and of course, like I said, timelines would have got screwed up and stuff like that. We would have went to Secret World or Battle World, Secret Wars, and that would all happen, just like Avengers Doomsday is. But all we're doing is like copy and pasting over it, and it feels like, even though it wasn't like, felt more grounded, it still was dealing with everything. But at the same time, we weren't going on other planets and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. But just comparing the two, I just was like, yeah, I'm glad we're getting Dr. Doom. Yeah, I'm glad seeing this together. I'm loving Steve Rogers is there because I love Steve Rogers. But then when I think about storytelling, continuity, errors, it just seems like we rushed it. And I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I don't want this to be a little blip on the map of the world of Marvel that they screwed up. And we're going to look back in history and be like, yeah, they screwed up. They should have never done this. Why was Doom, brought up now? Why didn't we push the new characters? We're just going to forget about them and move to the X-Men. I really hope that this all works out. I really do. I hope so. I would love for it to work out, but I think we just lost a lot of opportunities. A lot of different doors could have opened instead of getting rehashed stories and stuff like that. But I hope it's good. I hope I enjoy it, but I think I'll still miss what we didn't get.